We're thieves, but we help the wrong person steal the wrong thing and unleash the greatest evil the world has ever known.
It's nice to be able to go around and feel good about a project, feel good that it's being seen, feel good that it's like, it's saying nice things about family and working together and that it has a spirit to it that for me reminds me of a film of old or like a Goonies or watching it gives me, I've seen it now, I've never watched my films and I've seen this film maybe 5 or 6 times because it's so much fun to watch with an audience. The films I keep on comparing it to are like Princess Bride or Goonies or Neverending Story or Legend or all these films from the 80s, and I don't know anything about dragons and I don't know much about Dungeons & Dragons, at least less than some of my compatriots in the film, and it's just it's a good time. It's a roller coaster. You don't have any time to figure out, try to figure out all of the Easter eggs that are aplenty in this that will appeal to fans.
I try and love my character. Even though he might not seem very nice, it's important that I love him and know why he's the way he is. And I write these long backstories about, the difficult time he had with his mother. None of that appears on the screen, but it helps me. We needed to please people who really love this game and who feel very territorial and protective about it. And I think the directors did that very well, the writers, because they genuinely love the game as well. But you've got to keep at least half an eye on the rest of the public. And I am their representative because I've never played the game. I still know nothing about it. And I love the film. And I judged the script when I first read it purely on the basis of does this work? And it really works.
Like, it has everything that you could want from a film, and this is the thing, like, I'm not a D&D player. I still haven't played. I've done my research, don't get me wrong, so I am more familiar with the world than I was when I started. But for me too, like, I think that's the beautiful thing about fantasy, and I think what they've managed to do is they've managed to combine humor with action, with heart. Like, there's a real emotional core at it, and I think it's super relatable, and I think the characters are so diverse, and that's so representative of the world and society that we live in. So I think there's something really accessible about it as a film.
It was wonderful. It was a privilege. It's an ensemble cast, so none of the pieces work without the other pieces, but it's also very much about unpredictable chemistry. You said it's the chemistry of the cast. None of us could predict what kind of chemistry we'd have. And I think at the moment we still couldn't predict what kind of chemistry we have. It's like we're unstable atoms that meet in a different way every take. And the joy of that is that you don't know what's coming at you. And the challenge of that is you have no idea what's coming at you. And so to keep the good takes, the main challenge is just not to laugh all the way through them. If we do something good, we half the time we have to do it again. So, oh, that was great, but we all cracked up laughing.
I am a fan of D&D, so I was, super happy that this ended up being a good movie for me, not even as a person in the movie. So it was, it was great. I always get super lucky. I feel like I have such a good, every single person I've worked with, especially in ensemble groups, you end up getting along really well, and especially with this group. These people are just, I feel like they're so funny in their own unique ways, which really shows on camera.
I couldn't be more pumped. Because this has been such a long road for us, and we're so proud of this movie, and to be able to finally show it to people who are fans and non-fans alike and get the reception that we've been getting so far, it's exactly what we had been hoping for.
It's weird on Twitter when nobody has anything negative to say. That's a really strange thing.
Chris Pine is a master. He really is, because he can juggle both the comedic side of things and the dramatic in a way that I don't know if any other movie star these days can.
But he's not easy on the eyes. That's the one drawback.
Yeah. It required a lot of deep faking to get him to look the way he does in the movie.
This ends now.